Reloading.
What? What?
Reloading. Heading charge.
I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. It infuriated the heck out of me. Anyway, what's up, guys? Opoptards here. And, Season 1 has dropped. So, what does that mean? Well, got new content. And, at least so far, there's no loot boxes, right? We have... Crash? What? What? No, I'm just kidding. But... I don't know. At least in terms of maps, I'm a bit disappointed, but I'll get into that a little bit later. In terms of the actual battle pass itself, I know a lot of people are hating on it. They're really mad, up in arms. But for me, I personally never really cared for stuff like battle passes. I'm not going to really buy it myself. So, at least I get the weapons if I play long enough, which is nice. I mean, Black Ops 4 did this too, and rightfully so, up until the later months. Honestly, I feel that the game should... If we're going to pay $60, we should not have to pay any more for exclusive, game-changing content. And that's how I feel. So, in terms of the way that they're doing it right now, is it the worst? No, not at all. It could most definitely be worse, but is it the best? I've heard some people say that this is like one of the best system, and I love it, and I'm going to spend all the money on it. No, I don't think it's the best system either. I mean, we spent $60 for the game, and they're making a battle pass and they're going to make charges for it? I mean, that's just my opinion. It could be worse. So, you know what? If this is a compromise, I'm okay with that. All good. I'll just play enough and I'll get my weapons and I'll be happy with it. But the thing that I'm not happy with is when you now lock new maps behind drip feeding the content to us. One week by 1 week is what I assume? Or if you're going to make us wait 2 weeks for another map? For a game that only has 7 maps in 6v6? Infinity Ward. What are you guys doing? We have 7 maps and it's December. December! I mean, granted, if you guys waited like a normal Call of Duty life cycle, we would have, what, the normal, however many is it 12? Is it 16? I don't know, there's quite a few maps. But it would also be 1 week into the game, so I guess, but still, I believe people have gone on record to say that this is the least number of maps a Call of Duty has had. Ever. And we're in December. What? This is less maps than most games have had at launch. And we are more than a month into the game. What is going on here? What? No. Look, I could get into Crash and all the doors and everything on all lines of sight and how they've ruined this quote-unquote fan-favorite map. Honestly, Crash is pretty campy-ish. It always kind of has been. But it was in a game that we all liked, so that's why we were okay with it. But now it's in Modern Warfare. I don't know what people were expecting. I don't know. They expected the game the map to magically change and become aggressive and everything, but it's Crash. Now, if you want shipment and even Vacant's a little more aggressive, but my God, if Crash has 10 million doors in it, I do not want to know how many doors Vacant's gonna have. Dear God. You can bet your bottom dollar that map is gonna have like 30 doors in it. And there's gonna be a Claymore behind each and every one of them. That'll be fun. Hoping Vacant will be better. But based on the way Crash has worked and Crash 24/7 has, I don't know. I tried my best to try and get a gameplay from Crash 24/7. I just couldn't. I mean, you saw the beginning clip. Stuff like that was happening to me. I didn't record it, but I also had a moment where someone was behind the wall, behind the dumpster. So I spawned on the side with the ladder towards the huge building, and I was walking towards it, and I got stuck by a Semtex. And in the kill cam, the guy ran to the new area, that the brand new crash area, the brand new area, where there's the head glitch spot. Some guy ran to that, jumped on top of the dumpster, chucked the Semtex, and hit me. That's been my crash experience so far. Welcome to Modern Warfare. Now look, could it be worse? Sure, it could be. I could be playing Euphrates Bridge 24/7. I can't even say it. Or Piccadilly. So, hey, it's not the worst map in the world, but it's not the best. And removing Shoot House was a mistake to add this map. It was cool at first, but very quickly we learned that Crash was not going to work. We need Shoot House then. Thankfully, as of today, they brought it back. So good on you, Infinity Ward. You're noticing and you're listening to the community. I applaud it. But you gotta do better. We need more maps that people like. And so what I think will be good is once you add Shipment, you could do Shipment 24/7. That's a really good idea. People will enjoy that for sure. Unless you ruin Shipment with doors and safe spots, then I'll make a whole video on that one. But what you should do, and I wholeheartedly agree with this, and I saw someone else also had the same idea, is what you should do is add a CQB playlist where you have Hackney, Shoot House, and Shipment once it drops, and you have that as a permanent playlist for people to go in. That way, people who like to run and gun with, say, submachine guns, or maybe they're crazy with pistols, or they want to use shotguns, give themselves a nice little challenge, they can. You know, they don't have to run around with their M4s or MP5. I mean, I guess you'll still see MP5s if people really want to be sweaty in this game, but people get to run around with Uzis now and P90s, and you get to see variety in these CQB playlists. Hopefully, that's the goal. But with skill-based matchmaking, I guess it's a crapshoot. But so that's what I think they should do for one of the directions. Now, what about the rest of the maps, you say? Well, that's what you can always play 6v6 for that. There's plenty of playlists where you can play normal maps if you really want to, but what I've noticed is that the players tend to prefer the close quarters maps. Shoot House was a hit. Hackney Yard was really well liked, and to an extent, so was Gunrunner. Now, Gunrunner is a little bigger than the other two. I wouldn't hate it if it was in the CQB playlist, but I don't hate that map. Now, in the grand scheme of Call of Duty, sure, it's not all that great, but in terms of this game, it's one of the maps that I prefer to play on. So, I would not hate it. This game just needs more CQB maps, and I think people would enjoy the game a lot more. At least in my opinion. Now, again, now that we got all that out of the way, where do I think they should go from here? With battle passes and maps and everything. Well, assuming that the battle pass takes off and they make the money from it, which, it's a crapshoot, but I'm gonna guess that based on previous history of other video games, that this battle pass will be fine. I assume that it's gonna sell pretty decently, and it's gonna go pretty well, considering that as of right now, there are no loot crates and nothing is locked behind some sort of obscene paywall. We can get the exclusive game-changing content for free now. So, I'll take it. But as soon as they add in stuff like loot crates with stat-changing weapons, or forbid, new weapons, brand new weapons that you can't get otherwise, like in Black Ops 4, we're done. I'm gonna be done. I'll know a ton of people are gonna be done, and I assume Infinity Ward is listening, but you never know with the higher-ups. Sometimes they could be vetoed, and that could be that. So, yeah. But as of right now, let's just enjoy it while it lasts. We got Shoot House back. We have new guns, so grind it out to your heart's content. Mess around with whatever the heck you want. And we'll just wait for Shipment, I guess. I hope they don't screw it up, but you never know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Pop-Tarts. Be sure to hit that like button and leave a sub if you enjoyed the content. Peace soup!